Welcome to Your Safe Place, a digital media organization that is dedicated to raising mental health awareness. Our mission is to make complex psychological topics accessible and relatable for everyone. We want to provide a safe space for anyone who needs help navigating their mental health. So please, share our content with those around you who may need it. Together, let's make mental health a top priority. Attention all. Are you or someone you know a victim of toxic parenting? This is a crucial issue that impacts far too many individuals, and it's time to bring it to the forefront. In this video, we will uncover the devastating reality of toxic parenting and its long-lasting effects on those who have experienced it. But we don't just want to highlight the problem, we want to offer a solution. By the end of this video, you will have the tools and knowledge needed to recognize toxic parenting and take steps towards healing and recovery. So don't wait any longer. Join us in this empowering and life-changing conversation about toxic parenting now. In a world where parents are supposed to be a source of unconditional love and support, it's heartbreaking to think that there are still so many children who are victims of emotional abuse. Being a parent is one of the most important and rewarding roles in life, but for some it becomes a source of immense pain and trauma. A toxic parent is someone who consistently engages in behavior that is emotionally damaging to their child. This can range from psychological abuse, manipulation, neglect, to criticism that tears down their child's self-esteem and sense of worth. The effects of toxic parenting can be devastating, leaving deep scars that can last a lifetime and impact every aspect of a child's life. The hurt, confusion, and fear felt by children of toxic parents is a heavy burden to bear, and it's our responsibility to recognize and address this issue, to provide support and healing for those affected by toxic parenting. Words can have immense power, and whether they are used intentionally to cause harm or not, they can leave a lasting impact. Unfortunately, hurtful remarks from those closest to us, such as parents, can have a particularly negative effect. In some cases, the psychological and emotional damage can be long-lasting, leaving marks and memories that can last a lifetime. It's important to be mindful of the power of our words and to be aware of the potential consequences of our actions. Raising a child is one of the most important tasks a parent or caretaker can undertake. With their words and actions, they can shape their child's personality and self-esteem. But how can you tell if a parent is toxic? Here are 8 things toxic parents say that can have a negative effect on a child's life. Parents should always be mindful of the words they use when talking to their children, especially when it comes to their appearance. Instead of making negative statements such as, "You're too fat, too short, too skinny," or "You have ugly hair," parents should focus on recognizing their children's unique physical attributes and emphasizing their inner beauty. Encouraging your child to embrace their differences and teaching them to love themselves no matter how they look on the outside can have a positive impact on their self-esteem and help them develop a healthy body image. Why do you do the things you do? It's a question we all have asked ourselves, but when it comes from a parent, it can have a much deeper meaning. As children, we often believe our parents know best and as a result may internalize their questions or remarks. We then become afraid of being judged by others and feel like we have to hide our true selves. This fear and discomfort can follow us into adulthood, trapping us from being our authentic selves. Parents should never make comments like, "I wish you were never born," "I wish I had an abortion," or "I regret having you." Such words can be incredibly damaging to a child, causing them to feel like they don't have a place in the world or that they are not worth anything. This can lead to serious long-term mental health issues such as depression and self-harm. Rather than wishing for something different, parents should focus on making their children feel loved and appreciated. They should let their child know that they are valued and that they have a place in this world. Showing your child kindness and acceptance will go a long way in helping them build a strong sense of self-worth. Parents have the power to shape their children's lives in positive or negative ways. When parents diminish their children's sense of self-worth by saying things like, "You cost me too much money," "It's so hard to take care of you," or "Having you exhausts me," it can have disastrous consequences. The child will feel like a burden and may even begin to hide their needs and problems out of fear of being met with harshness from their parents. According to Nemours, a non-profit children's healthcare system, this type of parental behavior can lead to serious issues such as stealing and abusive behavior. It's essential that parents understand the power they have to shape their children's lives in a positive way. Through love, support, and kindness, parents can help their children to thrive and reach their fullest potential. Comparing children to one another is a recipe for disaster. No two kids are the same, and to expect them to be is unrealistic. Not only do these comparisons hurt a child's self-esteem, but they can also create a rift between siblings. Instead of comparing, why not celebrate each individual's unique gifts and talents? Encourage them to build their own independent identities and foster healthy relationships between siblings. Let's create an environment that encourages kids to be the best versions of themselves. Verbally abusive words are statements. "You're stupid," "useless," "you're a loser," or "you'll never make it." Absolute remarks like this will damage the child's self-esteem. It's important that parents encourage their children into believing in themselves. The child's world is rocked when they are threatened with abandonment. They feel like they are not good enough and that the person they love will leave them no matter what. This fear of abandonment is deeply rooted and, if not addressed, can lead to difficulties in forming relationships and trust issues in adulthood. The child must be taught that relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding, not on fear and manipulation. With the right support, the child can learn to trust again and form meaningful connections with those around them. When a parent makes a promise to their child, they create an expectation. But when that promise isn't kept, it can have a profound impact on the child's trust and faith in others. Almost everyone has experienced the disappointment of empty promises, whether it be, "If you do this, I'll buy you that," or "I'll take you there next time." It's a heartbreaking feeling to be betrayed by someone you thought you could rely on. As we grow older, it's important to remember that even though words aren't physically harmful, they can be extremely damaging to our emotional well-being. So let's be mindful of not making false promises and breaking the trust of those around us. Childhood is a formative period for us all. It shapes us into who we are as adults, often in ways we don't even realize. Unfortunately, too many children experience abuse, whether it be physical, emotional, or sexual. Have you ever been the victim of such abuse? How did it affect you? Or do you know someone who could benefit from watching this video? Let's explore the realities of mental health. We encourage you to take the first step towards a brighter future. Click on our video Breaking the Cycle of Teenage Depression, where we delve into the topic of teenage depression and provide resources and support for those affected.